I'm very happy to be reacting to Raye today. I've been waiting for that album for like a while now, especially because I've been a fan of Raye ever since I really discovered who she is. Like, I knew her songs before I knew her, which doesn't happen very often. Usually I do the research and I figure out who the artist is behind a song. But there are so many songs that she sings on or she's collaborated on, and I didn't realize it was her until like last year. And that was right about when we learned about her leaving the record label that she was at and starting to be independent and releasing her first solo project, like a full album that apparently had been put off for many, many years by the record label she was at before. So it's kind of amazing to see her finally get to the point of releasing an album that's going to be really dark, really deep, but really interesting, and very different from what we're used to hearing of Raye, who was forced to do so much dance music, and now we're going back into the R&B hip-hop kind of vibe, and it's going to be talking about heavy topics. But as horrible as it may sound, those types of topics probably make for the best albums. Yeah. Heading into the album, I have heard 3 songs, Hard Out Here, which was an amazing single and really set the tone for the whole project. Black Mascara, which was an amazing dark dance song, kind of taking elements from her professional past, but apparently not representative of the whole project. But I personally loved the song, and I obviously heard Escapism, which is the song that became viral on TikTok and reached #1 in the UK as well. I was so happy with the success that she got for Escapism because it really put her on a path to have the success and the popularity she should have had a very long time ago, following everything she put out and the talent that she has.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out tonight. A little help from Mike Sabbath, our house band.
She mentioned some of the collaborators on the album because I did recognize Mike Sabbath, who is behind some of the songs from the album as a producer. So that's different. I've never heard or seen that before, of an artist mentioning the collaborators in a song to open up the album. Credits are important, and it's great to give credit where credit is due. I think it demonstrates her independent mentality as an artist rather than having to deal with a big label that goes like with the traditional methods. It's a great introduction to the rest of the album. It's going to be one of those moody albums that we're going to go through ups and downs. That's my prediction.
Please get nice and comfortable and lock your phones, because the story is about to begin. Look how you talk to me, cursing and blasphemy.
I think so far this is the least processed vocal track I've heard of Raye, because I'm so used to hearing production heavy songs. It's one of the rare times that you can focus on her voice, her vocal ability, her ability to storytell, her lyrics, and her writing. And it is so different, but also so refreshing at the same time.
And after his Oscar-winning performance, I left the room and never saw him again.
Okay, so I have this theory that Oscar-winning tears, I mean, it could be about a lover, but I feel like it might be about the record label as well, because we are heading out into Hard Out Here and Black Mascara, and Black Mascara is definitely a song about her experience with the record labels. So I'm wondering now, Oscar-winning tears, I'm just going to go through the lyrics very quickly. From the lyrics, I can't exactly tell whether or not it is about a lover or some sort of manager at a record label, but I guess it could be applicable to both. Both cases, it's that end of hitting that point of just walking away, and the other person, who might be either toxic or trying to gaslight you, is just obviously overreacting to make you feel bad, but you've made up your mind and you're just leaving, you're done.
On my way, figured a way out.
The first single that came out, where she was fully independent and in charge of her own vision, the moment that it came out, I was so ready for this album. It was really, you could feel her signature in that song. It's one of those songs that you just you're in awe of because it's so well written.
Chill, smoke it away, manage my anger.
Okay, so and more reasons why I'm really convinced that Oscar Waiting Tears is definitely related to the whole like record label situation is because definitely her references to her ability to songwrite are illustrated in the lyrics, but also it says, I'm from ends, but I'm an actor. And the song was about being an actor before, like, the other person being an actor. So there's definitely like this bridge between the ideas. Now, if she makes a whole concept album about like everything she went through with a record label, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm definitely gonna lose my mind. If she doesn't make it like an album about love relationships, I mean, some of the songs might refer to it, but if that's not the main focus, like, that is artistry. It is so crazy. Like, you look at the lyrics. Once you see my slick eyeliner blend into my black designer bags under my eyes, it's so indicative of her experience, and it perfectly like sums up everything. The exhaustion causing the black bags under her eyes, the investment and the quality that she's aspiring to earn from her living, that luxury and lap of luxury life, that image of putting on the slick eyeliner after dealing with everything. So it's like, after all, she's still like on top of her game and looking fine. Like, there's so many things you can take out from these lyrics. It is wild. She's ranking really, really high in terms of songwriters in my book.
Got a bitch gassed up, propane, now I can't come down on it, pause.
Using dance music on an R&B album is a perfect way to demonstrate her period of her life that she's inspired from for that track. As in, she used a dance song to say, hey, I lived all of this during the era that I was writing dance tracks and that I was not happy. It's a mechanism, it's a style, it's a specific strategy of using that type of sound on the album. It's so smart. It is so smart.
I'm sitting on them. All of my diamonds are dripping on them.
Okay, I think we're like 5 tracks in, and I'm going to already start repeating myself. Her flow, her writing, her vocals. It's gonna mess me up. I feel like I'm gonna get out of this album just gutted and absolutely destroyed and just murdered by the quality of the songwriting. The words are gonna stab me. Thank you, Raye. I didn't ask for it, but thank you.
I think so, there's nothing to regret. Other than this 4/4 kick drum pounding in my head.
The way she wraps up a song about like dating relationships, numbing feelings with, other than this 4/4 kick drum pounding in my head, the pounding from the consuming way too many alcohols and drugs, and the 4/4 reference, which is often like a beat that's used in dance music, again referencing her era that she was struggling with her record label. She's brilliant, just truly brilliant. Now this is the interesting part where we get into the songs that I have not heard yet, so I don't think I'm ready. The song is giving me a vibe of a mix between a black and white detective movie and a Dodge pickup advertisement. I feel like there should be like an over voice by, I was about to say Benedict Cumberbatch. That is definitely not the right person. Matthew McConaughey. This song deserves like a voiceover by Matthew McConaughey and giving that attitude and the country southern type of accent. Oh, anyway, just, it's a nice interlude-ish. I mean, it's a full song, but it's a break from the rest of the sound of the album. I have no idea what to expect from now on because it's sounding very different than everything else that we've heard in singles and at the beginning of the album. And I have no idea what the direction of the album will be, but it's like this there's the spot that you can just like chill, relax, don't think about anything just yet. Just let it soak in. And I'm terrified that I will be hit hard on the next track.
Sight of me, he used to get excited when the thrill is gone.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Sonically, I mean, the order, like, just coming out of the previous song, Mary Jane, into this one just makes sense. It's cohesive. The songwriting, like, the idea about the thrill is gone over that type of music matches perfectly. Honestly, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. I'm just, like, soaking it in. Her writing, her voice, everything fits. I didn't expect this. It is so different, yet a great match. He's a Leo sun, a Leo moon, and a Leo rising. You dealing with somebody who has a little bit of pride. A little bit of pride. Like enough to make for a whole pride of Leos. It's a nice little nod to astrology. Any good album has a little reference to astrology. Now the whole album title makes a lot of sense. Like, it just matches the concept of the album and the sounds that we find in it. Like, from the beginning, I'm getting a lot of like Beyonce 4 era vibes, like the slower songs of that album. Very soulful, synth induced music. I mean, I'm only 17 seconds in. I have no idea what to expect for the other 3 minutes and 40 seconds. This is already interesting. I don't know if we're gonna pick back up and get back into the sound that we had at the beginning of the album. Okay, there isn't a lot I want to say because I feel like I can't say much because I'm clearly not a woman. I mean, the hair kind of gives off women vibes. I get it. But the beard and the definitely give men vibes. I don't know if I should be saying that. So I cannot relate to the experience of a woman being taken advantage of. Therefore, I feel like I'm not entitled to a comment. I will, however, say one thing, and that is with regards to the production of the song, that it is one of those songs where they were simply smart to not put the focus on the instrumentation and take away from the power of the lyrics and put the focus on the singing so that we can clearly listen to what the song is about and get the message, because the lyrics are way too powerful not to care about and not to pay attention to. So very well done, but also ouch.
Since the fuckery from my past, I tend to move on quick. I tend to move on good. Season the speed, now I'm on with the man who is sleeping underneath me.
What? Raye's versatility is... Raye's versatility is... That is the statement. And the production, it kind of reminds me of like 2000s hip hop, kind of like throwing it back. And then with like the guitar that makes it like, it gives it a Spanish feel to it, but it's on a trap beat, but it has like something of a pop-ish inclination, especially in the chorus. I didn't expect that at all. The more I'm going through this album, the more confused I'm getting. Like, it's hard hitting, but it's also like a lot to take in. And now we're heading into a track called Body Dysmorphia.
In the bottom of my knees, I hate the way my face is square. I hate my arms inside these sleeves.
I feel like I can't comment. Once again, it's an experience I haven't lived. But it's like I'm speechless, but not from, oh, it's so good, like, well done. I have nothing to say about like constructive criticism. It's holy shit. she came here to just make everybody hear her story out. And I feel like this is a masterclass in taking pain and putting it into music, which is the core of blues, really. It's intricate and sophisticated, and the album so far just gives a portrait of how a brain works under circumstances of stress and trauma. And it's kind of all like mini episodes of a brain processing things.
Bruh.
When I heard all of the notification sounds, my system lit up like a car that's such in terrible shape that all the dashboard lights come on at the same time. Like, it's low-key messing up my mind. But that is exactly what anxiety feels like. It's nonsense, but making sense at the same time. It's being triggered, but trying to calm down at the same time. It's understanding, but not understanding at the same time.
Sexist, racist, ableist, fascist, ageist, homophobic country leaders, fucked up futures, and they think we haven't noticed.
It is so ironic that I am listening to this song tonight, because I just had a conversation with family members about how some boomers may have messed up our planet real bad in all different types of ways: economically, environmentally, socially, politically, and all of the other lees. And this is encapsulating in a song the challenges that my generation is going to face because of the mess ups and the lack of caring and empathy from people that decided to do things for themselves and not consider the impact on future generations, and how triggering it is for generations who do care and have to deal with it.
Don't you know what you miss in the 5-star hotel immersions?
I mean, so far the album sounds like a 5-star hotel. Lots of drama, lots of money, lots of people, lots of exaggerating with the consumption of alcohol and other substances that might or might not be legal, and expensive. I mean, I don't know what to say other than her writing is amazing, and once again, so visual. Like, it's so easy to visualize something in our minds with her writing, but it is intricate and detailed writing. It's high quality writing. It's deep writing. It has layers of meaning. The track sounds so smooth. Like, so smooth. What? Like, the transitions, they just glide into each other into different parts of the song. I have shivers. I'm just a mental processing wreck at this point. I don't want to think. I just want to hear, absorb. I wouldn't be surprised if this is like the worst reaction I've had. I'm just like, it's too... This album makes me feel dumb. That's how it makes me feel. It feels like it's so on a different level than I am, that I feel incompetent next to the album. It sounds so freaking stupid what I'm saying, but that's how I'm feeling. I don't even get how I'm feeling. I don't even understand how I can feel. What is feeling? What is? What? It's not fair. It's not fair that other people are that talented, that smart. Granted, she went through a lot of things, and she deserves every single ounce of success that she's currently having. But my brain... I don't know how to react anymore. The term blues in the album title totally makes sense and has its place in the way where some of the songs are so upbeat, maintain some sort of darkness, but they camouflage the sadness and the deepness of the lyrics and the events that have inspired the songs. That's exactly what blues was. Blues were taking hardships in life of poverty, especially for African Americans, at least from what I've heard from the American culture, because obviously Raye's from the UK, but it is taking those hardships and those moments of despair and camouflaging them in music that feels uplifting and gives that wrongful impression. And that's exactly what the songs are doing. I want to make jokes about this album. I want to laugh, but I don't want to laugh anymore. Like, I don't know how she's doing it so well to take words that are so different than the sound that we have and just making them fit so well. It is like street talk over jazz lounge music, and it works. It just works.
I'm gon' bust it down. She gon' bust it down. If you made it this far, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, Philip, to Belly for engineering and all the emotional late nights. 7 years for this moment. Finally, my 21st century blues is now ours. Lots of love, Raye.
She put on a whole show. She had the opening act. She had the introduction. Here's the main actors. And she has a whole closing with the thank you notes. It was a whole theater act. If the album was a hotel receiving guests over, we are hosting quality lyrics, production, vocals, songwriting, deep meanings, soul, gospel, blues. But above all, above everything else, we are welcoming Raye as the main guest, the guest of honor, who deserves everything she wants. The best suite in the hotel, she gets it. The best food from the, I was about to say the cafeteria, but clearly that wouldn't be amazing food if it's from a cafeteria. The best food from the kitchen, she gets it. The best rental cars, it's all hers. She literally deserves everything. I'm not saying it, the world is. This is the type of album that is a piece of art. It is untouchable. It is not a question of do I like it or do I not. It's a piece that tells a story. It's a piece that tells something that has deep meaning that you cannot change, you cannot alter. You just have to let it be and admire it. It is a wonderful album. The very only thing that I'm concerned about is it will be hard to go through it again. I don't know when or how much time it's going to take me before I get to go through it again, because it is heavy stuff. But it's also the type of album when you want to listen to quality, to lyrics, to storytelling in a modern world, and you want to be in awe of talent and vision, you are going to listen to Raye's My 21st Century Blues album. That's what it is. It is the equivalent of going to a freaking art exposition and just looking and admiring and letting it soak in without thinking. So, with everything being said, here is my ranking of the songs. I don't know how the editing Zach will have pulled through. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you made it this far, then thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the album as well. You know the usual stuff to do, so I won't say it again. I'm just gonna wish you a good day, and I'll see you later. Bye.